Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new tutorial from teq-ies. In this tutorial I want to show you how you can create this, I call it category post counter, and what it is basically a nice overview of some categories you have in your blog, like an index page for categories. And it doesn't only look really good, but it also shows you dynamically how many posts you have in that category. So, for example, in the category Divi news, I have 2 posts, and this number is dynamically loaded in from some PHP script. So first of all, we are going to build the layout itself and the design, and then bring in the script to load in the post count. Okay, we are already in the visual builder of my test page or whatever, and here you can see the finished layout, and I'm going to create just a new section right underneath it, and it's a regular section. Okay, now choose 4 columns row, and before we put any content in, we want to finish the settings for the sections first. So go to the section settings and choose a background color. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to use a solid color I like. I'm not going to play around much, maybe a little. Sorry. Yeah, like this. And that's it already with the section settings. So yeah, that's basically all you need. The next settings we're going to look at are the settings for the row. So open up the row settings, and again go to the background setting and scroll down a bit this time until you see column 1 background. We're going to use a solid color white for each of the columns. Column 3 background, white background, column 4 background, white background. So now you have a background for each column in the row. Now we also want to have rounded corners. So stay at the row settings and switch over to the advanced tab. Open up the custom CSS setting and scroll down a bit again until you see column 1 main element. And put in the following line. It's called border minus radius, and put in 5 pixel as a value, but you can play around with the settings. You can put in even more, or just the way you like it. So copy and paste the line and scroll down to column 2 main element, copy paste it. The same for column 3 main element, and for column 4 main element. Hit OK. Okay. Now we're going to bring in the modules. We're going to use 3 models. It's a blurb module for the icon, a simple text module, and the button module. So bring in those three. Blurb module, and a text module, and a button module. Now we are going to style the blurb module first. Bring up the blurb settings and stay at the content tab and open up the image and icon setting. Choose use icon, yes, and choose whatever icon you like. You can just use the same, and you will notice that it's pretty big by default, and color does not look so good. So head over to design. Again, the setting called image and icon. Open it up and choose any icon color you like. Say use icon font size yes, and adjust the size a little bit. Maybe 50 pixel, for example. And for the image icon placement option, choose left. Now you will see that the icon is kind of stuck to the left side of the row. So we need to adjust the padding for this row a little bit, and that's done in the row settings again. So open up the row settings one more time, head over to the design tab and open up the spacing option. Now scroll down to column 1 custom padding and put in 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel and 20 pixel. Now you can see, or maybe not, but what we have done, we put in a 20 pixel broad padding around the row, around the column. Sorry. So there will be a 20 pixel wide white space around all the modules that are in this column. So just copy and paste the values for each of the column. Like this. Perfect. Close the row settings again and head over to the next module. Should be the text module. Yes, okay, text settings. Now in this module, you want to put in the name of the category you want to have. So Divi News, for example. That's a category of mine, and it's called Divi News. And in the next line, I'm gonna switch to the text editor. It's a bit more convenient. And in the next line, we put in for now just a placeholder for the counter logic. So this is just a placeholder for now. It does not load anything dynamically, but yeah, I'm using a placeholder now until we have the script ready, so I can go ahead and style it for now. Now, let's say the title should be a heading 3, and that's kind of a WordPress thing, but it always wraps it wrong, so fix the tags here, and that should be it. So head over to design, and first of all I want those to be the same size. So let's choose the heading text option and click on the H3 tab, because we used an H3 for the title. Scroll down a bit to text size, and let's say 25 pixel, that should be good enough. Now the same thing is in the text setting. Scroll down a bit and text size should be 25 as well. Now I want the counting of the posts, or the text for it, I want it to be a little bit more light, like a light gray. So choose the text color for it, and yeah, play around with the font settings. It's really not important at this point, but yeah, style it the way you like it. I want them to be a little bit more closer together, so let's see what we can do there. Open up the heading text settings again and scroll down a bit to line height. And I think that's kind of the closest it can get, so I don't know how I achieved it to be this narrow, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, you can just play around with the settings, but it looks good in my opinion. Now I want a little bit more white space between the blurb icon and the text module. So bring up the settings for the blurb module once again and switch to the design tab and scroll down to spacing and say custom margin bottom. A little bit more. 50 pixel, yeah, that should be good. Or even 60 pixel. Okay, cool. So it's starting to coming all together. Now the last module we're going to put in is, or actually, did we put it already in? Yeah, we already put it in. Here it is, the button module. So now there's a little bit more to do. So first of all, put in a button text. It's called show. Then head over to design. No, put in a placeholder link, sorry. Now head over to design and go to button and use custom styles for button. Now bring down the button text size a little bit. Choose a background color for the button. I will choose kind of the same as I choose for the icon itself, like this. We don't need a border width. We need a border radius, so 5 pixel for example as well. Let's make the font bold or even bolder. No. And where's the font color? Should be here. Yes, let's say white. Increase the letter spacing. Yeah, that's about it. But again, you can style your button, please, as ever you like. I'm not going to use the button icon, so yeah, that should be good. Hover background color should be black. Yes, okay, that's it. We have our button. We have our category card, as you might want to call it. And the next step we want to do is to add some code to our function PHP file that will actually load in it will count the posts you have in each of the categories. So yeah. So I open up a quick code editor for this manner, and this is all the code you will need. I'm not going to explain it in detail in sake for the simplicity of this tutorial, but it's 2 parts. So this function will return you the value, or how many posts you have in a category, and this part will add a new shortcode you can use on any page or any post. And what this shortcode will do, it invokes this function and returns the post counts in a number. So let's take this code, copy paste it, go back to WordPress and open up Appearance Editor and open up your functions PHP file. Now at this point I really recommend to back up your site. You always should do that. And if you don't do it, create a child theme, because when you edit something in the core files of the theme and the theme gets an update, all your changes will be lost. So a really good idea is to create a child theme first and then edit whatever you like in it. So open up the functions PHP file and just paste in the code. You would have it in the download later available as well. Yeah, that's it. And then hit save. And then we can go back to the Visual Builder and use the shortcode. Okay, we are back in our Visual Builder after we saved the functions PHP file with the custom code. And now we can open up the text module settings again and use the shortcode, our custom shortcode. So we're going to delete the number here. It was just a placeholder anywhere, but we leave the posts. So before the posts, we'll put in the shortcode, and the shortcode always starts with a square bracket and then the name of the shortcode. So in this case, the shortcode we're going to use is called category underscore post underscore count. Then we need to put in a value, and the value is put in like this: category is quotation mark and then the slug of the category, so Divi minus news in this example, again quotation mark and a closing square bracket. that's it. It loads a bit, and then you can show it already shows you dynamically the number of posts you have in this category. So to test it, I also have a category called resource. So change this to resource, and it shows me 5 posts. And that's it. Now change this back again to Divi news, 2 posts, hit save, save the template, exit the visual builder, and as you can see, it doesn't even has to load that long. It kind of shows you the post count instantaneously. So yeah, that's it. I hope it was not too difficult to follow. I'm happy about every feedback you give me. I hope you liked the tutorial. If so, please hit like, subscribe, whatever you want, share it with your friends, and I hope I see you in the next tutorial. Bye guys, thanks for watching.